What is up, guys? It's your boy Smalls, back with Thoughts from the Bench, back on the Vault, the weekly show where we take a look back at some of the best and worst sports jerseys of all time. Joined with me, as always, the man, the myth, the legend, the homie, I don't even know. You have so many names. I'm gonna leave it at that. How's it going, brother?
I'm friggin' great this week, man. How are you?
Just glad to be back. This is my solace every week when life gets a little too quick. This is what I need.
Light at the end of the tunnel. The Vault is what I look forward to every week. I'm very happy that we're back, and I think we've got a real good topic in store for today.
Yes, sir. So just before we get started, Benny, what are you drinking?
So, there's been a few times this has been inadvertently featured on the show, but I have this, what were we just saying? The Growler?
Yeah,
right?
Growler. Yeah.
That is actually from Edgewood Winery. This isn't a plug. That's just if anyone wants to know what the logo is. But they had beer, and I got this stuff that was supposed to be some type of like butterscotch beer, way too sweet for my liking. But I drank that several weeks ago, so I filled it up with some good old, Pennsylvania local Yuengling in here.
Oh, okay. So you went old school. Okay, all right.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
Salt of the earth, man of the people. That's Benny Buckets in a nutshell. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah. The only thing that would be better would be some icy light, the Yinzer's Nectar.
That's true. Was that what you're drinking tonight? What do you got in your cup today?
No. So, your boy Smalls, obviously, you've seen me drink some whiskey. I can put down a few whiskeys.
A few.
But this is not something that I think I would normally like. I got some peanut butter whiskey tonight, and it's Benny. You and I were talking before the show. You're not the biggest fan, and I get it. And you know what? Normally, I would agree. I don't like sweet whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
I can. This is all right. It's not too sweet. It's a scatterbrain. Not that
scatterbrain.
Yeah.
Is that a local thing for where you're at, or is that broadband? I really don't know. My knowledge on them is very limited.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't even think it says on the bottle. That's fine.
See, I just I am a whiskey drinker when it comes. I'm a liquor drinker, but when it comes to if I have to pick one, I'm usually going to whiskey. But like I tried that Screwball stuff, and it was just too sweet for me. And I feel like a whiskey's not supposed to be sweet, so I wasn't the biggest fan. But hey, maybe I'll have to try that scatterbrain stuff if I can get my hands on it.
It's not as sweet as Screwball, and that's kind of what I was saying. That's kind of what I like. Like I don't love sweet whiskey. Like I mean, I'm not like in college anymore. Like in college, I would drink like the Jim Beam Maple. Have you ever had that? It just tastes like pancakes.
Syrup. Yep.
Yeah, it's just syrup, and like it tastes fine, but you can't drink that much of it. And if you do, you're in for a bad next day. So
do any of that sweet stuff. I was actually just having a conversation with people work that since we're well over it now, everybody else, if you're going to be all weird about it, yes, we underage drank. Everybody who had a life underage drank.
Fucking
but
losers.
But you know that when you underage drink, you will drink anything you can get your hands on. And when you pay people, say somebody's older brother or sister or, coworker or whoever, they're going to get you the cheapest shit they can buy and pocket the rest of your money. So typically, I mean, that's just savvy business. But I'm getting plastic bottle Burnett's vodka and just gross liquid hand sanitizer that you're just chugging down. I mean, it was the worst. Or sometimes people would throw Vlad at us, or this real cheap tequila that has a woman with a unibrow on it. Just always the worst and most bottom of the barrel liquor. But I'll tell you what, I think it turned me into the well-oiled machine that I am today.
Yeah, no, it builds character for sure. I mean, you haven't lived until you have either Blue Wave. Have you ever had Blue Wave? It's
Blue
nasty.
Wave, yep.
Nasty. There's another one.
Terrible.
But either that or we had Crown Roost at Penn State. That was like the same thing as Vlad, pretty much. It's the same thing.
I gotcha.
God.
Evil trick did someone ever played on me? Right. This is when I was.
Did you get watered? Did you get watered?
No. Even worse, honestly, because it was still liquor, right? But somebody told me that. Like they ripped the label off this bottle. I had never seen this bottle before. They were like, "Oh, it's just cheap vodka, whatever." This is when in high school, I had a brief 7-month period of my life where I worked at Steak and Shake at the Pittsburgh Mills. Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
And since I was a part of that, historic legacy there, I had someone buy me some alcohol, gave me this unlabeled bottle of vodka, right? And they were like, yeah, man, it's not bad. Like, you could drink a lot of it and be fine. And this evil son of a bitch gave me Everclear. And it was, and I was like 17 years old, 18 years old. And I, like, before that, it was very simple liquor and things like that. And I have never been, like, I've never been a guy who, like, yaks from drinking or anything. I mean, you would have thought I was Triple H. I was just bouncing back and spraying vomit everywhere, dude. It was the worst. And I got duped. And ironically enough, that dude got fired a couple weeks later. And I was like, well,
yeah,
I'm not upset about it. Because
that's
that dude's an enemy for life.
That's
enemy for life.
That's the meanest thing you can do. I had a pledge brother at school that he went through an Everclear phase. I don't know how you do that.
How is that a phase? That's not a phase. That's a psychotic problem.
Yeah,
that you need to go and seek help for.
Well, Grayson Schutzman, if you're watching, we're talking about you because you're a crazy son of a bitch. But yeah, no, he was just a psychopath, and I only tried it once. I could barely like smell it. I feel like I have a pretty tough stomach when it comes to liquor. Maybe not anymore. Like, I'm kind of a bitch now. But
hey, we're getting older.
Yeah, getting older. But I was never one for spewing after a shot. Like, I can handle myself. But dude, just the smell of it, like, I cried. Like, I was like, my eyes were watering. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, dude.
And like,
and it was like, but like, when you're underage, you have a different tenacity towards drinking. Like, you're like, well, it's illegal for me to get drunk, so if I have the chance, I'm going to do it, whatever it takes.
Yeah.
And then you do. And like now, especially like in my adulthood, I look back on that and like I'm much pickier now. I go to brew fests and wine tastings, and I'm a much more refined individual than I once was, the wild, uncaged animal that some people still know me as today, that I am not anymore. And I look back and I'm like, what a fucking idiot.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was just the dumbest for trying any of that shit.
Oh yeah, no. That's the thing. You look back a lot. The first 3 years of my collegiate life, I was probably the first, because I was in a 5-year program. The first 4 years, I was a fucking disaster. Like, me and my roommates were just looking at like old like videos that we had on our phone. I was a disaster.
Dude, hey, those old videos will kill you. I get people sending me like memories from Snapchat or whatever, like on this day so many years ago, whatever, and I'm like, oh buddy.
Yeah. Like,
I want to coach myself. Like, come on, man, don't do that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing though, you bounce back pretty quick. When you're young, you bounce back. I'm not even kidding, age 23, it changes. Like, something happens where you hit 23 and like, at least that's what I've always heard, and that's exactly what happened to me. As soon as I hit 23, it was different. I don't know why, but like,
see, I think it's like that for me when it comes to drinking liquor. But beer, I could drink a case every day. Like, if I was willing to spend that type of money and put my body through worse pain than I have already, I would every day. But Liquor is a different story. You get me to have one real bad liquor night once, I'm tapped at least for the month probably.
Yeah.
And that's like, I mean, I like sipping, but if you're talking, you want to go like hand over fist
it doesn't
drinking.
even sound like good anymore. It doesn't even sound
No.
fun, you know? Like,
No, it's like I want to go have a drink, not 12.
yeah.
You know, like that's the difference. Is before you figure I got to do this while I can, I got to do it quick, I got to get crazy. Whereas like now, I'm like, my back hurts a little. You know, like it's the subtle things. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Hopefully, we'll be able to relax a little more tonight, unlike what we were trying to do back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah. Enough about. Whoa, man, you drink? Like, who would have guessed? I don't want to talk about our drinking days anymore. But Benny, I'm gonna let you do this ad read for our fantastic sponsor. So take it away.
I would be honored. This week's topic, as usual, is brought to you by the lovely company of Marshall Fitness. Marshall Fitness is your online personal training resource that offers personalized workouts based on equipment, goals, and personal preference, personalized nutrition goals using the MyFitnessPal, which is an app that you can download on your phone or computer, and weekly support on any questions you might have. Marshall Fitness is ran by Will Marshall. If you have watched the show for a while, you would have seen him as our guest. He's been a friend of the show for a long time, our first official sponsor. He is willing to work with you to make sure that you achieve your fitness goals while also making sure it fits into your everyday schedule. He's able to specify your needs and attack those head on. Like I said, we've known Will for a while. And he makes everything simple and easy to understand. I'm not a big nutrition and fitness guy, but the way that he is able to make things commonplace for even me, where I need to look up workouts for dummies, Will is able to put it in the simplest of terms. Please go support Marshall Fitness. As you can see, we have his available contacts listed here, and support him on Instagram, Facebook. He's got a TikTok as well. We're marshallfitness.shop, and the best time to start is now, so please go check out Marshall Fitness. And Will, again, thank you for supporting the show.
Yes, sir. And we are doing G League jerseys today, and we'll get to that in a sec. Dude, the Marshall Fitness, I should have been posting my runs. I hate running, dude. I like running. Like, I feel like I'm in decent shape for my age. I'm not in incredible shape, but like I'm in okay shape. There's something about running, man, that just kicks my ass, but I'm glad he's making me do it because, like I said last week, your boy's going down to the Virgin Islands. So, gotta trim it down a little bit.
Getting that hot boy summer bod.
Let's go, baby. So Benny, this week, we've had a few guests on here. I think G League jerseys is something special that you and I need to tackle head on. And
hey, this is quality bonding time, pal. I mean, it just because, let me tell you, the G League, not to the same extent, but has a similar flair to what minor league baseball has, in terms of they will do the wildest shit and still probably produce some pretty amazing athletic feats all in the same time. So I'm super stoked for this episode, and as you know, I'm a big basketball guy, so this kind of hits a lot of sentimental categories for me.
Yeah. Benny, I do want to shout out your hat too. That's a dope hat. I forgot.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
I just picked it up this week. I got this Mighty Ducks throwback, teal and purple hat. Obviously, it's Pens for life, but more so in ode to the movie. And then when the team did first come around, like, that's my second team to root for, and back when they had these looks, that was my favorite. And trust me, we will get back into hockey down the road, so this will make another appearance.
No, yeah, but G League jerseys, man, yeah, like you said, it's minor league baseball, just in a different lane, and they do it almost as well. Like, they're just fewer teams. That's the thing.
Exactly. Minor league baseball is so massive, whereas like the G League is just the G League. Now, honestly, something that we might want to throw in the future is overseas pro teams.
Ooh.
I feel like that might be good. Because Jimmer with the Shanghai Sharks is gonna make a sprinkle in there. There's some like not bad ones out in the future. That's a good one to bookmark, I think.
Dude, let's put a pin in that. I hadn't even thought of that one. That's what I like to hear. Let's go. But yeah, G League, man, the gimmicks, they produce some rare and weird looking shit, and I love it. Like it's rare. It's both rare and ridiculous, or somewhere in between. Like.
And it's not all the time. Like a lot of them do look very similar to the pro teams, but every once in a while, there's a diamond in the rough that is absurd, but like in a good way, in a likable way. So I'm looking forward to diving into it, man.
Yeah, I kept it to just G League for a reason. Because I didn't want to put best, I didn't want to put worst, I didn't want to put funniest. We're just talking G League because
we're just showcasing.
Dude, because there's so many ways we could go with this, and like I sent Benny my picks earlier today, and he almost laughed me off my fucking phone. He was like, "Why the fuck did
just
you throw
one
that
of them, just one pick that you guys will see, and I guarantee if you were watching this show and you make it that far, you will be laughing your ass off too. I promise."
It's a little teaser right there. All right, Benny, let's get you started right here. What you got?
Okay, so coming in hot. We got this Memphis Hustle, who is the G League team for the Memphis Grizzlies. I love these guys. And for anybody who hates dogs, well, I'm going to use my one giant F-bomb of the show and you can go fuck yourself. This is an adorable jersey. And I don't think I will ever say those words ever again, that anything is an adorable jersey. But they made this puppy collage, right? And I promise you, look it up. There are pictures. That isn't just a custom jersey. They wore these things on several occasions. Like, it is not a thing that I want you to think that some grandmother took a picture of every dog she's ever had in her life and put it on a Memphis jersey because she's a big fan. They wore these dog jerseys, and what I think is actually really cool is how they did this was they were fan submissions pictures. So they took the submissions that Memphis Grizzlies and Memphis Hustle fans submitted pictures of their dogs, and they turned them into a collage and put them on the jerseys. Also, how can you hate the name Hustle for a basketball team? Isn't that what you want out of everybody? I love that. Yeah. And Smalls, thank you for showing some graphics here. There is proof they actually wore these kids.
Yeah, dude. First of all, yeah, if you don't like dogs, I'm just go fuck yourself. Like, I'm gonna. Hey, I don't care if you're a cat person, but if you don't like dogs, you can go fuck yourself. I'm gonna just be straight up with that. But fan submissions, awesome. Like that's just a nice touch, you know, that's getting fan engagement. Giving back to the
community. Yeah. And yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it doesn't, like you said, hustle. Hey man, first one in the gym, last one out. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys, they're G Leaguers. They're ready to go into the big show. And I mean, that's first of all, it's a great name for a franchise, or I guess affiliate, if whatever. I don't know how the G League really works, like financially, or like, because I feel like it's probably
nobody does.
Different.
The G League doesn't even know how the G League works, so that's all right.
But yeah, no, this is it's unique and something that you're definitely not gonna see very often. And they've done it a few times, and actually I was just looking, they're not the only team to do it. I think the Windy City Bulls did the same thing. Yeah,
they did. There was a little different. Yeah, theirs was like on like kind of the sides of the jersey, but that's why I was kind of picking between the two. But I love this because it's like the whole kit. The whole kit is dogs, and like I said, it's not even just pictures of adorable good boys and girls, but it's from their community. It's from fans submitting pictures of their beloved pets, and them getting put on the jerseys, and I really like that.
Yeah. I do like this though. They threw the fire hydrant on the shorts in the Bulls jerseys. That's a nice touch.
That is something I didn't see the shorts. So yeah, that is actually pretty clutch as a uniform. I like that.
No, I do think that you picked the better one, just because, I mean, the fact that they were fan submissions, that's awesome. So
Yeah.
great first pick. Good way to start.
Smalls, what you got for me here?
All right, so I'm gonna go with the Delaware. This is the dumbest name. 87ers. I'm pretty sure they're called something different now, but like
They're the blue coats now.
Yep, they're the blue coats. But dude, this is just it's a 90s kid wet dream. You know, like Power Rangers. That was it. Like the Power Rangers were awesome. No matter which version of the show you watched, and there were several. Like Power Rangers was awesome, and Delaware at the time, they actually came out with these. It was for, I think it was like premature birth awareness or something. It was for a good cause. Like they came up with something pretty cool. And they made it like pretty nostalgic at the same time. I mean, this just looks like the Pink Power Ranger. And like,
which explains your wet dream, Joe.
I'm gonna leave that alone. No, but dude, I mean, they got the font on point, like the fucking diamonds on point, like, yeah, I mean, I guess they teamed up with Nickelodeon too, on a few, not just
yeah.
This
So
one.
well, Nickelodeon I think was their sponsor when they were the 87ers.
Mm-hmm.
So Nickelodeon sponsored them, and they've actually got a few awesome jerseys, and you may or may not see another one coming here soon from them for the same reason. But they, ironically enough, the Delaware 87ers, that is just so hard. It does not roll off the tongue at all. Yeah. But they actually had some pretty like funny and like almost just like, all right. that was the reaction to a lot of their jerseys. They definitely went above and beyond in terms of going out of the NBA comfort zone. And as you can see here, this is when on the left of this picture, Nate Robinson had a stint in the G League, and that's in there for the Delaware 87ers. And for those of you who only know him for getting knocked out by Jake Paul, okay, I'm going to use another F-bomb. Go fuck yourself. He was an electrifying basketball player in the NBA. He's a 3-time dunk contest champion, and he's like 4'3". So that is remarkable in and of itself. But anyway, I really like this pick because I was a Power Rangers kid as well. So I'm a big fan of you throwing this one in there.
Yeah, no, I mean, Ben, what was your, because I'm assuming you watched Power Rangers growing up, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you have a version or like a certain Power Rangers series that you tuned into the most? So I think I might have a hot take. No, I was gonna say I might have a hot take on what my favorite was.
Okay, well, I tried like, especially because my parents were very young when I was born, so they had a lot more involvement in the 90s of like their growing up as well, whereas like I was born in 96, they came up through the 80s and 90s, so they got to see like the first versions. But I don't know, I literally think I watched every single version, at least a couple episodes of every version. It's hard for me to narrow down to like a single take.
Right. I was a big Ninja Storm guy. And I know that
Ninja Storm, listen, was the one that I think, I'm not going to say was my favorite, but I watched the most of.
Yes.
Like, that's the one that I saw the most.
Yeah. And Ninja Storm was cool. I don't know, man. It was kind of different. So, there were so many fucking iterations of this. Like, yeah, I'm looking at it now. Rescue, Space, Mystic Force.
Mystic Force was good.
Galaxy.
Mystic Force was good.
What the hell is that one? I don't even know what that one is supposed to be, but yeah, no, there were tons of them. But I mean, regardless, that's getting off topic. Like, if you grew up during the time frame we did, and you had any sort of experience waking up on Saturday morning watching either cartoons or like, I mean, I remember watching like Dragon Ball Z on Saturday morning. I remember watching like the X-Men cartoon on Saturday mornings. Like there were a ton of them, but I remember Power Rangers for a while was kind of a staple.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we are going to go to your second pick. What you got?
Okay, so this is one that I think a lot of people are going to be surprised that I put on here, but this one is for attention to detail. There are subtle things about this jersey that I love. Not so big about the logo coming underneath the jerseys on the stomach there, I'll be honest, but the font in which South Bay is written is slightly askew to the normal Lakers, and I also really love the baby blue outline. The baby blue Nike check mark up in the corner as well. I think that this is an underrated jersey, and I love that purple is the main home front and that yellow stops. And I know normally that should set me off. That should make me think that it looks weird, but I like that it is similar enough to where if you looked at it and you had to guess what team are they an affiliate to, you're going to think the Lakers, obviously. But they still have their own little flair to it. And I think that light touch of baby blue and the fact that it says South Bay instead of, just Lakers, because they are also the Lakers, or the South Bay Lakers, and their logo actually says Lakers, and then it's a basketball with what looks to be a lake within the basketball, and I really like that as well. This is one that is very subtle, and I think a lot of people probably wouldn't have expected me to put on the list, but because of that attention to detail and it's just slight panache, that's why I put it on.
The baby blue, man. I mean, it's a weird pick. I don't dislike it. I wouldn't expect it though. Like a purple and gold jersey, you wouldn't really expect to see like a baby blue thrown in there.
Absolutely.
It's weird. It's weird, but I mean, it works. Like I saw it and I was like, oh, that's actually that's good. Like I actually, if they're solid jerseys, it doesn't look too minor league, if that makes sense.
And that's I think because I didn't want to pick the ones that look exactly like their pro teams.
Yeah.
But this was one that was kind of in the middle ground of where it does, but it doesn't. And I don't know, man. Maybe I've got a weird affinity because I'm not on that Lakers bandwagon like the rest of y'all. But I just, something about them, I just like them.
I mean, that's what the show's about, right? It's just liking certain jerseys. I mean, you don't have to explain yourself. I mean, you should because you're the fucking co-host of the show. But,
I mean, it's kind of our job.
Yeah. But no, I mean, I personally think that they look pretty good. They keep the Laker numbers too, so it's not like they're trying to deviate too much. But I'm assuming this is one that they wear like a good bit. This is just like their own jersey.
Is.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's solid. Like I mean, it's different enough without completely straying away from the Lakers. And like I said, just a little bit different with the powder blue. So no, that's a great pick. The sponsors fucking obnoxious, but I think that's
yeah.
So.
Hey, was it Wish, Wayfair, or Overstock? Who was the one shipping kids in boxes?
Wayfair. Well, yeah, because they were doing it in the dressers,
That's right. Yeah.
It was in the furniture.
Yeah.
So.
Man, what a deal! You spend $300 for a dresser and you get a whole kit.
I do not.
Look at that.
I don't stand by that joke right there. I do not. The Vault does not participate or support.
They're just
trafficking.
No. I'm not saying the trafficking. What if they're like storks, and they're delivering people a baby who aren't physically carrying a baby?
Oh, I completely misunderstood you.
Yeah, if they're shipping the baby. No, not buying a kid in terms of they're giving a more safe way to deliver a child, because instead of the woman having to give birth, maybe it's a spiritual thing, and then the people at Wayfair are getting the baby from Jesus and they're putting them in the dressers and they're sending them to people who need furniture so that they can put clothes and diapers in that dresser for the baby that they receive.
So that took a turn. At least it wasn't the Jeffrey Epstein route.
Oh, no, it could have been way worse.
It could have been worse.
Could have been way worse.
I'm going to have to pass.
So anyway, Smalls. Let's go to your next pick.
This is why we need guests on. We need someone to keep us in check a little bit. That was a wild internet theory though, right? The whole Wayfair thing took the internet by storm. Everyone bought in. Like there was like no argument against it.
No, that's the thing. There was literally like no pushback, and even like Wayfair, it was very limited. Like they were like, I remember like watching their interactions, like their corporate Twitter was like tweeting to like address the public and stuff, and I was like, why are you not more concerned about this? like why is this not a bigger issue for you? But I don't know. I always get them, Wish, and Overstock. Like I just feel like they're all one company, and
I don't even. Is Wish just like a shitty version of Wayfair? I don't even know what Wish.
Wish is like a slow Amazon. Like you can get anything off of there, and it's supposed to be cheaper, but you gotta wait like 3 or 4 weeks. Seriously, like it's like bro, I've seen stuff on there that's from that's like, hey, here's a phone clip for your car, and then there's like, hey, here's medieval armor. And you can get all of them for $20, but you gotta wait 6 weeks to get them. Like it's weird as hell. So it's just like it's a very like it's like if Amazon was running on Internet Explorer, pretty much.
How did they get a Lakers sponsorship? Because they're on the actual Lakers. They're on the
actual
Lakers
too. I think just because they have great deals, like they are great deals, but maybe they just wished for it. I don't know.
I'm gonna move on.
All right, number two for Smalls.
Number 2, we're going with the Fort Wayne Mad Ants. This was for a superhero night. Direct affiliate with the Pacers. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like the Pacers don't really have... They have okay uniforms, I guess. So, the Fort Wayne Mad Ants, though, the G League affiliate, they go buck wild with their fucking jerseys. They have some wild ones. I like this one because I've been a sucker. I've been a big superhero guy since I was a kid, and like the fact that they fully embraced it. The back's a fucking cape. They made it like they even made the Mad Ants logo like the Superman logo. I think this is just super, super well done for what they were trying to do. Yeah, it's weird. It's corny. But, I mean, everything in the G League is, unless you just get like, the standard uniform, you know? So, like, they did at least a good job with it. They made it look very, like, comic bookish. Like, I think they did a phenomenal job with this. So.
I think they did a good job. And I think, especially if you look at a lot of the G League jerseys, and you know, we got 2 more coming up after this that will hopefully paint that picture as well. As I feel like they do show a lot of, I don't know, I guess just appreciation towards like the younger fans, and I think that you know, a lot of kids, especially G League games, are significantly cheaper to go to than NBA games, and some parents can't necessarily afford to take their kids to NBA games, taking the G League games, and the G League guys are very family friendly. Like it's like a family event. It's like if the if the Harlem Globetrotters actually played basketball and didn't just do tricks, like how they're very fan interactive. That's essentially how the G League is. And I think especially for the time that these jerseys were released, you know, Marvel being at its biggest, that this was a good way to connect with the younger fans. And I actually really like this take.
Yeah, no, it's a good pick. Do you have Everclear in that fucking growler or what? Like the Garland?
I don't.
Hobe Trotters or whatever the hell you were gonna say.
Yeah, the Garland Hoe Plotters. That's what it was.
I mean, yeah, we are in Indiana, so like, yeah, backhoes, you know, farming.
yeah, exactly. Big.
Yeah, no, you know what you were saying. Yeah.
Big farming state. Yeah.
Big farming state. Not as big of a farming state as one of my later picks, but.
Yeah, but that's okay because we're huge agriculture guys.
Yeah, big ag guys.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can I say? If it's not clear by now, we're big ag guys.
Yeah, you know, growing up in Pittsburgh and all, we're big ag.
No, but reeling it in, getting back to the jersey. These are you don't see this from pro teams, and I get it. I know why. But this is pretty cool. You know, this is
exactly.
This is pretty cool. They did The back cape, I think, is actually kind of a nice touch, even though it's kind of weird that like it's two completely different colors, front and back. But they do a
You
good
get
job
the
with it.
gist. You know why they're doing it, and it's easy to tell what it is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, this one's it's for families. You know why they did it. You know, like they did it for a reason, and I think it worked out pretty well. So, plus the Mad Ants logo, I think the Mad Ants have a phenomenal logo. Like,
Oh yeah, and even their regular jerseys, like I like their font and everything. I think they're quality basketball.
quality basketball or quality logos slash jerseys.
Both. They're actually
they?
not terrible in the G League. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to your last pick, Benny.
Ah,
Classic.
here it is. Okay. Let me just hit this in honor of the jersey. This is the SpongeBob edition. Delaware 87ers. This was just before, actually, the season before they became the Delaware Bluecoats. Nickelodeon's a sponsor. You got to think that the biggest Nickelodeon show at the time was probably going to make an appearance. I cannot believe that this is a fucking uniform in at least semi-pro basketball. They have the sponge torso, looks atrocious, but I do give them credit for the shorts that are hilarious because it looks just like SpongeBob's everyday attire. And I'll tell you what, I'm ready to see him put it on and wear it again.
The shorts are incredible. I mean, this is what minor league sports is all about. Do you remember the Portland the Eugene Emeralds jeans?
Yep. Yeah,
the jean baseball pants. Precisely. Like the fact that they have SpongeBob's pants with the tie, no less, with the tiny tie and the little shirt.
That is strategically placed, if I might add, for being specifically on the shorts.
Yeah, let's not go there. But like, I mean, dude, this is just. We all grew up on SpongeBob. If you didn't,
I mean, it's like if you look at these things,
they're ridiculous. No, they're absurd. Like this is ridiculous.
I mean, it is remarkable, and it's funny because like I think about guys who were G League prospects and all that, and current NBA center, he plays for the Rockets now. He played with the Pistons, and unfortunately, he's just been on very terrible teams in the pros, but he's been a very good player. Center Christian Wood actually played on this G League team for any of my NBA fans, and he wore these jerseys. These were game worn twice, and I can't believe that they were and that they passed on it, but I'm assuming Nickelodeon was like, hey, you are a G League team and we are Nickelodeon. Wear this shit, promote SpongeBob, and they did, and now here we are.
I wonder, they probably didn't, but did they ever have Delaware 87ers slime game? Where like at halftime
That's a great question. But I don't know. And of all places, like Delaware,
I mean,
like,
dude,
does it have some ties with Nickelodeon, or was Nickelodeon just like, hey, anybody who will let us get our hands on them, that's where we're going?
I mean, I'm assuming they had they had to have had like some stake in the team. Like I'm sure they were part owners.
Oh, at some point.
Something.
But this one genuinely makes me scratch my head a little.
Yeah.
Is to like,
yeah,
was this? This is what you really wanted to do, but I don't know, man. For me, being a SpongeBob fan as a kid growing up, I think that this is hilarious. If I was a player, I would never want to wear this,
Yep.
but
That's the
but
thing.
I would love to go watch them play in these uniforms.
Yeah, just to say that you did. I don't know if it would be a good thing or a bad. Like, I don't know if you would be laughing at them or laughing with them. But you'd be laughing.
I guess it depends on how
like,
well they're playing, but
yeah,
like to me, like, hey man, yeah, I just got back from the game. You would not believe what bullshit they had on.
Well, no, and that's the thing, dude. You know that a lot of these guys just walked in like on game night, and you know they're already on the grind, like trying to get either back into the NBA or into the NBA period. they're already probably just like head down,
They're
whatever.
like, oh, I want to be taken seriously.
Yeah,
and
they walk into the locker
and they
room.
see
Yeah,
this.
it's fucking hanging from their locker, looking like SpongeBob. Looking at. Oh my god. I mean, it's nostalgic for us, but like I can't, dude. Those guys were probably pissed, and I get it. I mean, I can't blame them. Like, I'd be a little upset if I didn't take myself so seriously. Like, if I was a G League player and I was like, all right, whatever. Like, who? First of all, who's watching me? Second of all,
And maybe they did have fun.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they did.
Maybe. All right. Let's get to my last one. Benny was not. He laughed my. He was about to laugh my ass off of my fucking iPhone on this one. The Sioux Falls Skyforce corn jersey. They've had several iterations of this. I mean, if you know where Sioux Falls is, it's South Dakota. What's in South Dakota? Probably duck hunters and corn. So, like, what else do you really, like, the only other place that would be more fitting would probably be Nebraska for this. But it was like a food drive event or whatever. But this franchise or affiliate, I don't know how the G League works. They sent their players out looking like a damn corn husk. This is incredible. This is absolutely bonkers. Like, this is why I created the vault for ridiculous shit like this. I'm not saying it's good. I'm saying it's fucking ridiculous because they have just, it's like you unbutton your shirt and instead of seeing a rug for chest hair, you just see fucking corn kernels. Like, it's just incredible. Like, I don't know.
I gotta admit, I'm going to pose a little bit of shame here because this is my team's affiliate. I'm a Heat fan.
It is. And that's wild too. I found that out and I was like, first of all, Sioux Falls, Miami, not even close, like, to being in the same region. Alone,
nowhere near.
Yeah. This. If you're a Heat fan, this might be tough. But if you're just a Jersey head, this is awesome. This is hilarious. This is incredible.
This is hard for me to swallow, so I'm going to take it one kernel at a time. Okay, I get that the area that they are in is like this specific team. I've been through Sioux Falls. I know how Hicktown it is. But to be like you to me, I don't even consider you a basketball player at that point. If this is how I meet you, if I went to a game and I saw these guys playing, in my brain, you are forever, permanently ingrained as a Cornhusker. That is it. That is what you are. You aren't a human. You aren't a basketball player. You are a Cornhusker. I can't get past how the entire thing just embodies an entire ear of corn. I can't get over it, dude. There's no way. I am not, because to me, then, like, I'm already thinking of, like, clever puns. You know, like, if I'm on the opposing team, they come up to me, go shuck yourself. You know, like, things like that. That's what's going to come through my head if I see you foul me or do anything like that. Like, there's no way anyone takes this team seriously, and I cannot believe that this was allowed to set foot on the court.
I mean, yeah, like this, I'm half shocked that the Nebraska Cornhuskers haven't already done this, because Nebraska as a university in just collegiate sports is a joke. Scott Frost had a lot of hope going in for that football program, but wow, has he fell short, and he has made a laughingstock of pretty much that entire school. I'm shocked that their basketball team, who also I'm pretty sure that they have not won a single NCAA tournament game ever. Like,
you probably are right.
I'm pretty sure I've heard that stat before. If they've been to the tournament, they haven't won any games. Like, I'm shocked that the basketball team has not worn these uniforms, because wow, Nebraska people love that corn. I think Sioux Falls South Dakota may have stolen some thunder from Nebraska. We got a little bit of a turf war going on for who's the king of corn. You know.
Hey, listen, man. We need to have, like a battle between them, like the Starch for March, and then have those two schools battle it out.
The Starch for March.
Who's shucking more? They need to have a college versus college corn shucking competition, and that's who gets to keep the right to the corn crown, if you will.
The thing is, I think Iowa would take that crown any day, but at least Iowa has some fun. If you're a Hawkeye,
I guess
you know how to have a good time. Like I've met some kids from Iowa, like they know how to it's a good time at Iowa. Nebraska and just the states. First of all, Nebraska is the worst state I've ever driven through. South Dakota was number 2, in my opinion.
South Dakota was bad to me, and a lot of people are going to hate me for this. Kansas sucks. Anyone who's been to Kansas is, oh man, it is the worst, especially when you're not going through any city parts. If you were driving through the country heart of Kansas, it is fucking frightening. Dorothy should have never wanted to go back home there. Click your heels somewhere else, bitch. This is not the place to be. Kansas is frightening. It is terrible. Kansas City, not that cool. I was like, oh yeah, Patrick Mahomes. And I got there and I was like, oh my God, this place is a dumpster fire. But anyway, Sioux Falls, not far behind.
Yeah.
I got a buddy, Bradley Balzer. If you are watching this show, I'm sorry, buddy, to insult your town, but it sucks.
What do you think? Why are they called the Sky Force? What's that about? Is it like an Air Force town or something? Like,
all like basically sub bases in South Dakota, but more so in Dakota. There's Minot Air Force Base in North Dakota, which was our sister base when I was at Malmstrom in Montana, but not like enough to where that should be an identity of the town. I really don't know where the hell that comes from, but it doesn't make a lot of sense.
I do love how they have the little heat like flame thing on the E right there.
Pointless.
That is hilarious. I really like the Miami Heat. I've ever since like Dwayne Wade in like 06, I'm not the I don't have a team in the NBA that I really follow. But I've always kind of liked the Miami Heat, but that's a tough look. The fact that Sioux Falls, they just add that little on this uniform, no less. Like they just kind of kept it. It's tough. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
We do have some honorable mentions here.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Smalls. You do yours first.
So, I don't know anything about this team other than the fact that they're an affiliate of the Suns, but the Northern Arizona Suns pretty much rebranded for a night and called themselves the Rodeo Clowns. Come on. I don't know. I'm
horrible. Why do that to your guys?
I'm thinking back on it. I should have probably included this in my top 3. This is tough, man. Like you're on the court with a bunch of other rodeo clowns. Like, come on.
And a little bandana tucked to this side.
I know. The little bow tie right there, dude. Oh my God. Like, that's tough. Like, I feel bad for these guys.
That's one that I would not want to wear. They're same like the fucking corn coats from the last pick. Yeah. Well, and then on a cooler note, my honorable mention was what is it, a Detroit team or it's the
Grand
something
Rapids.
Drive?
Yeah, Grand Rapids in Detroit. Yeah.
The Grand Rapids Drive, which are the affiliate of the Detroit Pistons, which if any of you have seen one of my favorite movies of all time, Semi-Pro, this is an ode to that movie with Jackie Moon for the Flint Tropics. Looks exactly the same, just instead of Drive, it says Tropics, but the colors are on point. It's a perfect movie reference. I can't believe that the movie became that big that team would give them credit. But I mean, hell, if there's teams wearing SpongeBob, for Christ's sake, I feel like Jackie Moon deserves some goddamn respect. And they did put on for the city, you know, and maybe go on and win that Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl.
The Mega Bowl. Dude, what a fucking movie. I watched that recently just because we talked about that in one of our pilots that probably won't be released. We're going to get back to that. I do think that we should do that episode. I'm not going to give away what it is. We should do that over again.
We should do all of those over again. Just now that, you know, we're not in the practice phase. We're obviously well-trained professionals at this point. We can go back and, you know, smash those down.
That make no money because Derek is a cheapskate. I haven't made that joke in a long time, so.
No, he's been holding it in for a long time.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just.
Wow, great conversation. Yeah. But no, dude, Semi-Pro, fucking just incredible. Like I forgot how funny that movie was. Like, there's so many good parts to that movie. Like,
oh, dude, there's a lot that we probably shouldn't get into on the show, but this is our plug. Go watch Semi-Pro. It is very good, and it will give you a good slap happy laugh. Please go give it a watch if you haven't already.
Oh, you jive turkeys! All right.
All right.
That's all we got this week, ladies and gentlemen. This has been fun. This is just me and Benny shooting the shit. Like I like these
It's my
episodes.
favorite part of it, though, man.
Yeah,
I think that's the best part of our show.
Yeah, I trust me. I love when we have guests on. I really do. Like, Muff last week was awesome. Had a great time with
Electric.
him. Just fucking awesome. Chance, G, Deke, Segi, like Will. Like, we've had a good run of guests so far. But I don't know, man. There's something different. Maybe not in a great way because we kind of go off the rails a little bit. But I think hopefully people enjoy it enough where they're not like, hey, they don't have a guest on. It's just these two fucking idiots. We're not gonna.
No, man. I think that we, you know, especially through what is this, our 15th episode now?
16th. Yep.
16th. So we have built up enough of a reputation, at least through we have our regulars, you know, and to all of you, we thank you for tuning in every single week and watching us. You have no idea how much that means to us and how big of a role that plays for us. But for anybody who you think might even remotely like it, please give it a share, because you never know who it's going to reach. But I think that we want to invite you guys into our conversation and to just be a part of me and Smalls just shooting the shit. You know, guys being dudes, talking about old sports nostalgia and jerseys and uniforms. And I mean, we do like having guests, but every once in a while, it's nice just to have us back together shooting the shit. But on that note, next week, without giving anything away, we will have another guest who is an American hero. So that is going to be up there as well. And so please don't miss it. Next week is going to be a lightning bolt of electricity on the show. We got some good things in store for you.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before, but so the next 2 weeks really are kind of in honor of the NFL draft. Next week, we're going to do a college-based episode. We're talking about a few ideas about what we're going to do. The week after that, I've mentioned the NFL Opera game that I played as a kid. That is it's 90s football specific, and I feel like that has nostalgia written all over it. So in honor of the NFL draft, I think we're going to play probably a relatively abbreviated round of NFL Monopoly because no one wants to watch us play a full round of Monopoly.
But it will be entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be informational. We'll be drinking. It's gonna be great.
Yep.
So hopefully you guys will be able to tune in, but we got good things coming. And then even from Thoughts from the Bench as a whole, please go to the website sometime, check out what we have to offer. We may be the best show, but we're not the only show that TFTB has to offer. There are other people who are doing less but amazing things as well. A lot of good friends, a lot of good content, whether it be reading or watching. Thoughts from the Bench has more to offer you than just what we have. So please, watch us first, but then explore the other avenues that we have to offer, because we're really making big moves here and a lot more things to come.
Yep. A lot more things to come, and I appreciate everyone tuning in because, like I've said tons of times, this is definitely an escape for me and Benny because, I mean, dude, regular life, day jobs, the whole, just life in general.
Absolutely.
It gets pretty hectic, and even if just one person out there enjoys what we do, that's all I really care about.
That's enough.
I have too much fun.
Shit, I'll be honest. Yeah, it's a selfish thing. I do this even if it's just me and you, to have the conversation and to talk and hope that it reaches somebody. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. But if it does, that means a world to us. So for anybody who takes time out of their day to spend this time with us, we can't thank you enough.
Yep, appreciate it, guys. This has been The Vault, the weekly show from Thoughts from the Bench that takes a look at some of the best and worst sports jerseys of all time. Today we talked G League jerseys. We had some special picks in there, some interesting ones. Benny, it's been a good one. Always is. Always a pleasure, brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
cheers,
buddy.
pal.